Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here with a reading for you. I just thought I'd come in for a collective reading. What is a collective reading, Elsie? Well, it is for any sign that clicks here and feels that it is their reading. I will call out the signs and the symbols as you need to hear them or see them to tell you what's going on here, but you need to put on your intuitive hat. I'm trying to stretch your intuitive self. Let's take a look here. It's just that I don't date or time these ones, y'all. And we're just going to go at it. I'm going to drop some cards here. Sun, Moon, Rising. Who this, right? Yeah. We'll see who it is. All right. We've got one card, which is Message of Freedom. Interesting. You might hear some noise in the background. You'll probably hear some cars going by. I've got the windows open. It's finally open your windows season here in central Canada. Woo-wee. Yep. There we go. Abundance and children. A message of freedom about abundance and about children. Let's get some more energy here. Bottom of the deck, we have a message of forgiveness. Okay. It could, for some of you, as I just look at this real quick right now with this energy, it looks like for some of you, you could be getting some type of phone call telling you that officially you are done paying for the kids. So maybe your kids are of age and there's no more custody, and there's no more paying for the kids. But for others of you, I feel like the message of freedom is that you do get a call that says, here comes the money that you've been fighting for all along. So someone who wasn't getting, whether you're feminine or masculine, someone who wasn't getting help with the kids. You could be a primary child caregiver and you weren't getting help from the other spouse. All right. Honoring path. A message of freedom in the honoring path. Deserving. Okay. I feel like you are going to be someone who is celebrated soon. I feel like somebody wants to celebrate you or honor you for whatever path it is that you're on. So it could be a work path. It could be, that maybe you finished nursing school, or I feel like you're very deserving because you've put in so much hard work. I think this is probably part of the reason you feel free. You could be someone who created your abundance because of what you do for a living. So whatever that is, I feel that you can now support the children and that you really no longer need the help of anyone else. It feels like you've worked so damn hard to get this abundance and that you are very deserving of it. You're going to be honored by, I think the intention by others is to probably to honor you on this path, I feel. And they also feel like you're very deserving. That's kind of beautiful energy. It's somebody who has tried their hardest, whether you are feminine or masculine, tried their hardest to make sure that everything worked out. You just weren't giving up. No, you just weren't giving up. So the intention was to never give up. And because of that, you're getting the consciousness of deserving. Like, I feel like I deserve that. I feel really proud of myself. I feel like it really did work out. Hidden motivations are love and family. So it feels like your hidden motivation is to build love within the family. How awesome is that? I love that. That's really beautiful. What else do we have here for the collective, please? I see the honoring path as somewhat of a Six of Wands, right? I feel like I'm speaking to someone who maybe people underestimated you, and you're the person who just knew that if you stayed consistent, it would work. And now it says here that you're very deserving for all of these honors that are coming your way. I love this message of freedom and abundance. The children. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you know what? Somebody ditched you. That's what I want to say. Somebody ditched you. I feel like you offered everything that you could offer to someone, and this person didn't answer back. They didn't tell you. They didn't say anything. For some of you, they may have just ghosted you. It feels like this person decided not to say anything. This person in the picture is just looking at that cup. And although, it feels like there's three here already, the thing is that bothers me about this particular one is that, there's two here together and there's one here and he's still looking off. So it's almost as if, he keeps getting into relationships, but maybe doesn't really want to be in a relationship. So be aware of that. Somebody feels like they're on the outside looking in of everyone else's relationship. Possibly that's what that is. But the Four of Cups, it feels like you offered them a message of freedom. Like, just, you can be who you are, what you want to be. I'll accept you from where you're at right now. And this person walked away. They said no. And regardless, it gave you balance. Regardless, it healed you. You healed from this. And what I want to say is, because Temperance is coming up under children, that probably this was supposed to happen, because it feels as though the children needed the healing. They needed the healing time of not having another person in their life who they had to get over, right? Because not all relationships work out. Yeah. Page of Swords. I've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. So it wasn't a very good parting of ways. The Empress. Yeah, you learned it all. You leveled up. You learned it all on your own. I feel like the honoring path is this. Like, people are going to honor you for the way that you've held it down by yourself with the kids. Whether you're feminine or masculine, you're the person that did it all. The lunches, the laundry, the dinners, the breakfasts, and still worked your 12 hours a day or whatever it was. You're the person who just wouldn't stop. The person who just wouldn't stop, that's the Empress, right? Because she is the Queen of Wands and she is the Queen of Pentacles, right? She's all the queens. And so she has a lot of lessons. You could be someone who is the Empress. You have a lot of lessons, all the lessons of all the queens, which have brought you balance, and you know how to be a mother. You know how to, stretch a dollar, or you're a father, and you know how to heal the kids. Because I feel like there was something here that happened, or that is possibly happening in the future. I feel like it's going to get easier for you. It's going to start feeling lighter and feeling easier. The universe is giving you grace and mercy here. The universe is giving you healing and balance, and it is the time of alchemy for everyone to be happy here. We have card number 14 up here as well. So we've got 1414. I don't know if that's an angel number. You'd have to look it up. All right, so the message of freedom, I feel as though the person who you offered the cup to, collective, is somebody who has been watching you. Somebody who would rather speak to you, but they have been watching you. This person, I feel, is not taking any actions because they are the one that disconnected from you. Listen, though, things happen as they do. Why? Because we have abundance up here. Right? You are the person that you were supposed to rely on. Okay, so we got card number 1, which is abundance. You were abundant enough to carry all of this. And I don't think that you were supposed to learn to carry it with someone else. I think that you were supposed to learn to carry it because this is what happens when you carry it all yourself. You end up leveling up. You end up being incredibly creative and loving and kind, and you really can do it all. It's exhausting. I'm not saying it's not exhausting, but I feel like the universe throws you a bone here and gives you temperance and says, look, we're just going to keep healing you if you just keep moving. So I feel like the best thing that could have happened under this circumstance is that this person disconnected from you, because I feel like you learn to find your own independence, your own abundance. The message of freedom, I think, is what you didn't realize was the message of freedom, was that this person didn't answer you back. I'm telling you. Because it lit a fire in you, collective, that said, fine, that's fine. Then don't come at me when I'm right here. Yep. Because I think that you put your nose to the grindstone and work so hard that you're about to be honored for something that you're very deserving of. I've got a cycle closing that you don't see coming. What is that? You feel it coming, but you don't see it coming, because you feel like there's some ships about to come in terms of possibly a workplace. It could also be a relationship you've been working on, like a friendship, soulmate relationship, or a love relationship. Yeah, we got the Six of Cups. What's probably coming in is that something that you're going to have to work on. And I think that you don't see it coming. And you know what? You don't see an end coming. For some of you, there's an end coming here that you don't see. Right. And so the message of freedom ends up being silence. Do you know what I mean? Silence is an answer. The message of freedom, I feel that this person freed you from their emotional baggage, 8 of Cups, and you end up floating to the heavens. I feel like you end up being the one who is very deserving of all the honor that's coming up for you here. Yeah. Somebody here stalled. They didn't say anything. The 8 of Swords. So I feel like the message, you got the message by the silence. This person still watches you, though. I'm just going to say they still, that the Page of Swords is here. I do feel like they want to say something, but they don't know what to say. Pages are young. Sometimes they don't have all the words, right? They're not, there's intelligent enough for their age, but they're very young. And so I feel like somebody here doesn't really have the aptitude, or not the aptitude, but maybe the aptitude for the words to say, that they feel like they're going to screw it up. They feel like it's going to end up in a fight, 5 of Swords, or it's going to end up in a tense situation, because it's been a while, I think, since you've seen this person. And it feels like they've been thinking and overthinking this whole thing. I think that they know what they left in the past. Yep. I don't think they're happy about it. There it is again. Yeah. Yeah, this thing didn't move forward because it wasn't supposed to. The Knight of Swords and the 4 of Cups. It was supposed to stay right where it was because it was stagnant and somebody was carrying a lot of baggage. I feel like there still is some sort of a base here, a basis. But what I want to say is that now, instead of needing this, I feel like you want this. Because I feel as though the abundance, card number 1, has given you the choice. Now you don't need money from anyone. You don't need anything from anyone. And when you don't need anything from anyone, it gives you the opportunity to want something, which is a whole different thing, right? So the 3 of Pentacles, I feel, is the foundation that is still left, even though this person has walked away. But I think that you're the one that has flourished in the abundance. Walked away from the Empress. Yeah. Walked away from the Empress and didn't understand the magic that was within the Empress. So this person, I feel, walked away, but they didn't understand what they were leaving behind. I think they do now. I'm just saying. I think they now understand that you are very deserving, and somebody here is probably a little sad that they've walked away from you at this point. I feel like home life is really good, that it's working out really well for you. And okay, so somebody wants to communicate with you here. Yeah. The card number 27. it's going to be some sort of very detailed communication. I don't know how it's coming to you. This is a letter, though, so it could be handwritten or it could be a text. But there is some sort of information that's coming to you. Somebody's been overthinking the situation about not taking the cup. And this person might be calling to tell you that they're single. I want to say that at first, it's unbelievable to you, that maybe you don't believe that this person's being honest by saying this. I think that you think because now you're being honored, or you're a public figure, or you're very deserving of all of this honoring. I think that you think that's why this person comes at you. The Seven of Swords is in the bottom right-hand corner. But the card number 27, so we have 9, which is a very detailed information or detailed contract. So I just want to say we're in retrograde right away, and please don't sign anything without a second set of eyes on it, because it's just communication is tough during retrograde. Anyways, Seven of Swords tells me that you really don't believe this stuff, that they're texting you, because it's been silent. They haven't said anything. They just ghosted you, but you think they're coming at you because now you're a public figure, or it's known that you are going to be honored for something. Yeah, so I feel like you cut out the partnership. You cut out the feelings of I want to give you that cup. When this person put the brakes on it and walked away and disconnected, you cut the whole thing out. You said, that's it. I need to start over again. I need to cut down whatever is here. Card number 10. 10, as you break it down, it breaks down to a 1. It's a new beginning. And so when you clear away the old brush, then you can burn it and you can plant again, right? This is wheat. I don't know if you know anything about how that goes, right? But you have to put the nourishment back into the ground for the next year. So we have the Knight of Pentacles in the bottom right-hand corner here. I think it took you a long time to stop thinking about this person, but I do believe that you finally did decide to cut them out, cut out the partnership, just take your abundance and go. Take what was yours and left. I feel like this person disconnected from you, and so you decided to just cut them out. If they're not making a movement towards you, what are you supposed to do, right? Well, I think that this person is looking for you again. And I want to say looking for you, not because you're hiding, but I think that this person's thoughts are toward you again. Like, I feel like the compass tells me that this person's looking for someone to give reciprocity to. 4 and 2 is 6. They're looking to find their way, hoping that the universe will guide them in the right way to move forward. I feel like this person's been thinking about you. You're probably a single parent. This person wants to give you reciprocity, but also realizes that you're disconnected from them because they disconnected from you. So I feel like somebody here does have a message here of, I'm sorry, this is what I did. I feel like there is some type of message that is coming here. Message of freedom. This person could have been in another relationship too. Or they're trying to free themselves because they're locked in the 9 of Swords, right? The 9 of Swords is here. They want to close the cycle in the future. They're locked in the 9 of Swords. They can't stop thinking about what they said. Tell me about the message of freedom, please. So we have the Magician. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the Lovers. Okay, somebody picked wrong here. That's what it looks like. I feel like somebody here had a choice between you and someone else, and they picked the other person. I feel like it's almost like they manifested you, but when the other person showed up, they took the other person. Maybe they thought that person was their manifestation, but I feel like I feel like they realized almost right away that this wasn't the connection that they wanted. I feel like this communication that's coming here is, it's going to be sharp communication. I feel, this person wants to talk about a partnership again. I don't know. As your friend who likes to give you free tarot readings, your nosy friend. I don't know. Sounds a little bit shady. I'm just saying. Sounds a little bit shady. But I'm going to say wait for the communication, because the communication is going to be different for all of you. And whether it's text or letter or whatever it is, there is going to be something coming that's going to outline all of this and give you great clarity. The Queen of Swords is here. Great clarity. Like you will no longer have a doubt about how this person feels about you once the letter comes. So I feel like it's going to take a little bit for this to come together, because I feel like this person pulled away from you. So it's going to be different for all of you, but I feel like, excuse me, as we look, this person in the future is looking for you again. They're looking, they know that they've pulled away and they're looking for you. We've got the 8 cups and 1 is 9. They now know that you're the happiness, right? Yeah. Just listening. I don't know what I'm supposed to do yet. Hang on. Okay. I guess we're doing some advice. Couldn't be. He couldn't call a deck, that was available. Gotta dig. Jeez. All right. Advice. Advice. For the collective. But the past life connection, okay. Pardon me. So somebody realizes now that you're the past life connection, collective. Look at that. Yeah. They're in fear of making this confession. They're looking for you. They know they've disconnected from you. They need to release a secret. They want to pursue virtue through honesty. They need to release a secret. Yeah. Past life connection, someone with heavy influence from a past life is with you. So this is probably the person that's coming forward. Expecting the worst and has a fear of failure, wasting time on negative thoughts. So the reason you haven't seen them yet is because they're scared. They pulled away from you first. Some of you are going to let them in because you're awake. Some of them you are not. Now, I didn't mean anything by that when I said because you're awake, but understand when you have an awareness, you realize that you let people into your life, you let them in and you let them leave, and not everybody stays in your life forever, and you have that awareness. So I feel like that you're awakened to any deceptions. So I know you're going to make good decisions moving forward. This person's going to give you a confession, and it's going to bust down your false illusion. You were in a scarcity mentality, thinking they didn't want you, and you were falling into bad habits. But I really do feel like this person does want to make some sacrifices and is reevaluating the connection between you. I think your advice is to rest. Let's see who we're talking about here. See who we're talking about. Give you some details. It's either you or them. Something that may or may not resonate. We are in a general reading, by the way. All right. Who are we talking about? For the collective, please. Soul recognition. There it comes up again. This could be someone with lighter skin. Lighter than what? Could be lighter than you. I don't know. But we have large stature, someone who's tall. So someone whose personality fills up a room, even though they might be 4'1", but somebody who could be very tall, right? Soul recognition. We've got small in stature. So one of you could be tall, one of you could be small. There could be a very visible difference in your height. Maybe you're 5 feet, they're 6'8". But it says for some of you, this is an X that is that we're talking about here. The X is coming back. Yeah. It's retrograde, sorry. It is what it is. But you know what? Cycles are coming to an end. So it says here, remember your worth. That's the first thing I put on the top of your card. Remember your worth. Look within. Live in alignment. This is the end of a difficult period. So for some of you, you're going to want the X to come back. The X who is the smaller statured one. I feel like you want them to come back for some of you, and others, of course, you're not going to want to, because 9s are here and it's the end of a cycle, right? So it says here, prepared for a deeper connection, but 9s are also the end of something. So for some of you, you're going to end the cycle, and for others of you, you're going to move forward to this soulmate connection. This person could initially show to you as being closed off. This person could have light eyes. Could have Pisces energy. For some of you, you're not going to see that person this year, or if you see them, there won't be any type of commitment by the end of the year. This person lives at a distance from you. They are single. There we go. Just saying, twin flame energy. Could have Capricorn in the chart, very good with money. Someone who is maybe experiencing a little bit of fear or apprehension. I feel like they're trying to go with their gut, the Pisces energy, because they are single, and I feel like they think you're the twin flame. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that I'll hear from you in the comments. I also hope that you'll offer a thumbs up. If you're interested in a private reading, please look below in the description. You'll find the yellow dot. It's the easiest way. I'm going to go for now. Love you guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.